The 19th of March, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Okay. See where we got here. Oh yeah, we got the answer. Tana lishna de almanakat. That's pasuk. Okay. So just to get us back into the Indian over here, we're going step by step, and we're really getting it. So we could say that we got it. Yesterday we did umi motzis amart, my matzasa risisa. Can you say that matzasa really means? Can you say that it means that you? All it means is that you saw it. We see from the way that Ravanoi understands the pasuk on the mitzvah of Hashavas Aveda, that the word matzasa means the asi liyade mashma. It's got to mean that it came into the hand over there, as we as Rashi told us. And so, how can? But here we're saying that we need the second statement of Kula Shali, because we would have thought that matzasa ani matzasia simply means I saw it. On that, the Gemora says or answered im. It's true what you say. That's in fact the true meaning of the word matzasa in the pasuk. Matzasa the kra the asliyade mashma. It came into his hand already. That's what it means when it says matzasa. But that is the language of the Torah over there. That's the way the pasuk has to read in order for the drasha to make any sense. But the way people talk, miu tana lishna de almanokat. The Tana of our Mishnah, when he used the word matzasa, he's saying person comes into Besdin and he says matzasa, ani matzasiha. It means to say that I saw it first. It could mean that, and that's why he's saying also, and it's all mine. Because afterwards he says, and I picked it up first too. Okay, so now we got, I think, a Rashi over here, Tana Lishna de Alma Nokat.
Wait a second, Tana Nokat? I see it. I'm trying to find where it is in the Gemara. Did we get that far in the Gemara?
Yeah, because this is the answer that the Gemara is answering to the question that we're making. Where the Gemara said in, yes, umatzasa the kra the asli ade mashma miu. However, Tana lishna de almanaka. That's where we explain the answer.
Okay, so the Tana followed this. Okay, so Tana Lishna taught this version by itself. It was chosen. Elo Hadar Tana. If Tana didn't go back, all of it, and say all Kula Shali, it's all mine. Havamina, I would have thought my Matzati, what is it that I found? The Tana taught Lashon, the Bnei Adam, the common everyday language of people. Achaz, that I grabbed it, Mishkanto, in my dwelling, below Lashon, and not the language, Hamikra, the Lashon of the scriptures, the Harbe Bnei Adam, and many people are called Lo Metzia. It's not found, Mishat, right from the time of seeing.
Yeah, so Rashi's saying that Ilo Hadotana Kulashli, if the person in the Mishnah, the Mishnah is telling us what the claims of the two parties are. And both parties making these two statements. He's saying, number one, Ani Motzasiha, which literally means, and I found it. And we're gonna discuss what exactly he means when he says I found it. That's the key over here. And then after having said that, he says Vikulu Shali. That's the way we're understanding the Mishnah. It's not two different cases, it's all one case. That the two parties that are vying for this talus, that both of them are making these two statements. They're saying Ani Mutzasiya, I found it, Vikulu Shali, and it's all mine. So therefore Rashi says Ilo had Tana Kulu Shali. Here, if the Tana of the Mishnah had not gone ahead and said after the first statement Ani Mutzasiya, if he didn't go back and say that the guy said Kulu Shli and it's all mine, so then Haba Mina, we reading the Mishnah would have thought, my Mutzasiya, what does it mean that he says I saw it first? If all it said was I saw it first, Diktani, that we learn in the Mishnah, Tana Lashon B'nei Adam. The Mishnah is using the word to connote the way people speak, what they mean when they say such a thing. Ochas Mishnah saying that's what the Tana is holding on to in our Mishnah over here. Below Lashon HaMikra, but he's not holding on to the connotation that the Torah gives to that word, which we saw. The connotation that the Torah gives to that word is I picked it up. That's what it means in the pasuk. And then Rashi says, and we see out in the street, Harva b'nei Adam, many people. Many people, in fact, Korin law, Metzia, Mishas, Re'iyah. They already call it a Metzia, a found item, already from the time that they see it. What does it mean that I found it? I saw it. I found this thing. You go to the supermarket and you're on the phone and you're trying to figure out what it is that your wife wants you to buy, and she's saying this and she's saying that, and still it's not clear. And then you see it on the shelf over there, and you say, I found it. You didn't put it in your hand yet, but you see that it's there, that what she's talking about. Now you see it. So therefore the question from Rabbanoi falls away completely. Okay. Now let's go on So now the Gemara has defended its pshat. The pshat in the Mishnah is that the two guys, they're saying both of these two claims. Ani matzasiya v'kulu shali. Both of them are saying those two things. And it means to say, they mean to say that I saw it first and I found it first. I found it first, which could mean I saw it, and kulu shali means that really I picked it up first. I'm really making a claim of acquisition. My claim is a claim of acquisition, and therefore the Beis Din accordingly will award them each one his portion. Okay, now we go weiter in the Gemara. Mi de chazile, umi de chazile. Now, 1 second. That should have to. All right. Okay, that's the end of the Gemara statement. Umida chazile. I made a mistake. So that's the end of what we just got through saying. Tana Lishna de Almanokat. The language, the Tana of our Mishnah, he chose the language, the connotation that the people say, and that is Umida chazile. When he saw it, he says, "I found it." When he sees the thing. Okay, now on that, so we're up to Amar Anna.
Are we on 2B or 2A?
We're still. Oh.
We're still on 2A. I'm trying to find where Amarana.
This is the first. It's about 13 lines from the bottom. The first word in the line is Tana Lishna.
Okay, you're actually in a whatchamacallit, you're in the middle of a paragraph. You're on 2A2 on the left column, the bottom paragraph, and we're in the middle. It's not a split.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I see. It's not. It's a little bit hard to divide up what the where the sentence starts and where its sentence ends over here. When we see the whole thing in its entirety, I think we'll be able to. Okay, fine. Okay, so you know what? Okay, so just read from where the ArtScroll says to. Where does ArtScroll say the first word is?
They open up the paragraph with the in. That's what we're in the middle of.
And it's all one. Okay, so do from there. Do from there.
281. Is that word the Mishnah?
What?
I have a marker on 2A1, the Mishnah on the left side, the second column,
You're on 2A2, not 2A1. You're on 2A2. You're in the bottom column, the bottom paragraph on 2A2 on the left.
Or answers in umatsasa kra the asa lidei mashma. Tana lishnet tamanaket. Umida chazile. Okay. Roy, you want to read?
I'm not too sure if I've got the right place. I say Ain
Yeah.
Umitsaso Ain Mitsaso the Kara Ata So Lioria mishmei. True, the scriptural expression, and you find it. Word "find" is in quotes. Does connote that it has come into his hand. The scriptural expression. Umihu, however, Tana Lishna de Alama Nakit. Nakit. I might have thought that the Tana in this Mishnah followed the common usage of language. Midachazi, lay, Oma Ana, Ashakochis, and in the common usage, as soon as one sees a lost object, he says, I found it. The af al gav de lo asi liyodi dia biraya the alama kani. And therefore, I might have thought that even though it did not come into his hand, he acquires it, the lost object, by the mere act of looking upon it, as explained above. Tana kula shali, therefore, the Mishnah states also a claim of it's all mine. To teach that by the mere act of looking upon it, you cannot acquire it.
Continuing.
Still, the Gemora asks, Velisani Kula Shali. Accordingly, let the Mishnah state only the claim of it is all mine. Below Ba'e Ani Mitzah, and it would not need also the claim of I found it. Well, and the Gemara gives an answer. Do I go on, or is that not for the moment?
Yeah, that's enough for the moment. We have a it's difficult. It's difficult, the steps of the Gemora over here, to keep track of the steps that the Gemora is going through over here.
Well, so far that this part, I'm not sure where Rashi gets into this, is the question of why it's not good enough to just say matzati. If he says matzati, then the question was, that means looking. It says in kula, it's cool, or it's all mine, kula shali. That it taught kula shali means that matzati is not enough. You need both. And then the question says, well, if you're going to say kula shali, you don't even need the matzati. Kula should be enough with even after matzati. That's the next question that we're on. Why do you need two things? Why do you need a matzati?
Ashkafis. Yafugab the law asoin yode. Oberia the Almakone. Let's see her. Okay, so you read the next question. You read the next question, but Rashi, we have a Rashi that's still back in the. He has something to say about the explanation of the answer. But Alma diktane mitzasiha. It's not exactly the same girsa that we have in the Gemora.
If they to
Now, there was this going in the answer that there were the answer of the Gemara was admittedly that it's so that in the pasuk matzasiya means that it came into your hands, but the Tan of the Mishnah is not is using that word not in the way that the pasuk uses the word. It's using the word in the way that people could understand that word, and so therefore, yeah, we could have made a mistake. That if all it said was ani mitzasiha, we reading the Mishnah could have thought that it means only that that he's saying that he saw it, and then we would have incorrectly concluded that simply seeing something would constitute a kinyan. So therefore, that's why we needed to say kula shali to show and to state that just seeing something is not any way to acquire a lost item. Cannot do it. I think Rashi's going on that part right now. Before we get to the Gemora's follow-up question of, well, just if so, then just say kula shali. This is Rashi. I'm talking about the next Rashi that we have over here. Dibra Maskil Ba'alma Diktani Mitzasiya.
It was seated with taught I found it.
Where's that in the Gemora? I've lost it.
It's about 20 lines up from the bottom. The word Ba'alma is the last line, is the last word on the line, and then it continues the Diktani Mitzasiya on the following line. Lou, you see it?
I see it, yeah.
Okay. You'd like to read?
Okay. Let's see, but Alma, really, it could have thought, I found it. I don't know this abbreviation.
B'chol makom.
Nevertheless,
B'chol makom. In all places.
in all places.
Yeah, mikol makom with two mems is nevertheless, but bikol makom means in all places.
Okay, thank you. Shishaninu Shaha Motzi
See,
Metzia Hanai Hazeh Amina Metzia Hani La
oh,
Mishas Roy.
actually, I made a mistake. Made another mistake. This Rashi is. I'm sorry. This Rashi is actually going on the Gemora's question, because I see the exact words that Rashi's Dibra Maskil Be'alma Diktani Mitzasiya in the question when the Gemora starts and says V'lisnei kulu shali v'lo boy ani mitzasiha. And this part is already going on the answer the Gemora gives. I don't even know if we read the answer yet.
No, I don't think we did.
Okay, so before we do this Rashi, which is going on the answer the Gemora gives, let's read the answer that the Gemora gives to this question. The question on the table right now is the Gemora is asking, well, listen, why did the Mishnah need to say ani mitzasiya altogether? Just say, let these guys, both of them say kula shali. Below boy ani mitzasiya, and then we won't have any need to say ani mitzasiya altogether. That's the question. And now let's read the answer. Lou, you want to read the answer?
Okay. So 282, right-hand column, third paragraph. E Tane Kula Shali. If it had said, oh, it's all mine. Hava Amina, the Alma, the Katani, the Tasika. Then I would have thought that generally when the Mishnah says I found it, but Bira'ina, Bira'ia, Ba'alma, Tane. By the mere act of looking at a lost object, the finder requires it. Tana, Ani, Mitzasiha, the Hadar, Tana, Kula Shali. Therefore, it has to teach, I found it, and then continue to state, it's all mine. The mi Mishnah Yisera. So that from the otherwise superfluous expression of the Mishnah, Ash Me'inan Diraiya Lo Kane. The Tana teaches us that merely looking at a lost article does not suffice to acquire it. In other words, if it just said, I found it. I'm sorry, if it just said, it's all mine. Sorry, I have to take a phone call. Hello?
Okay, Alan,
Yeah,
you're up.
How are you?
that's the Gemara has explained,
Pinch
right?
hitting. See where we are?
I think so. Was it thus? Did you just say the Talmud teaches us that merely looking upon a lost article does not suffice to acquire it? And then we just said,
Yeah.
okay, thus the Gemara has explained that the Mishnah indeed refers to a single set of claims regarding a lost article. However, this explanation is now rejected. Umi mortsisor or moras, but can you really say chandor korsoni that the Mishnah refers to one set of claims? Bahor zeh b'zeh korsoni, but the Mishnah states this one, and again this one, as the Gemara proceeds to cite. Zeh omer ani mitzosit or b'zeh omar ani mitzosit or. This one says I found it, and this one says I found it. Zeh omer kolor shali v'chol. This one says it is all mine, etc. Surely this indicates that we're dealing with two distinct cases.
Right. What a good kasha. Everybody see this kasha? You take a look just read the words of the Mishnah to yourself. You'll see for yourself the way that we've been explaining the way the Gemara's been explaining the question that the Mishnah is only talking about one case does not read at all. And if you read carefully the words of the Mishnah, because if you take a look at the words of the Mishnah, look at first you got the big shnayim in in the fancy background. Then it says Oksim Batalis. Two people are holding on to the talis. What does it say after that? Ze Omer. This one says Ani Mitzasiha. What does he say? This one, I found it. And then what does he say? According to what the Gemora is explaining up until now, this person would have to also come back and say, Kulu Shali, right? You see that?
Mhm.
And yet the Mishnah doesn't say that that's what he said. The Mishnah said, all he said was, Ze Omer Ani Mitzasiha. That's it. That's what he said. And then we go on to the second person. Ze Omer Ani Mitzasiha. And he, the second person, he also says, what does he say? Just one claim. He says, I found it first. Ani Mitzasiha. I found it. Where do we find this claim of Kulu Shali? That's it. That's weiter. Now the Gemara says, Ze Omer Kulu Shali, V'ze Omer Kulu Shali. So what's that talking about? That's talking about a second case where they come in holding the talis. We're borrowing those first three words that the Mishnah said. And now we're saying, plug in those three words. They're both holding on to the talis. And what's these two individuals' claims going to be? This one says, Kulu Shali. And the other one says, Kulu Shali. So what do we have over here? If you read the Mishnah according to its simple, straightforward understanding, we've got two separate cases. Case number one, both of them are making only one claim. And that one claim is Ani Mitzasiha. Then the Mishnah goes on to case number two. What's that case all about? This one says Kulu Shali, and the other one says Kulu Shali. Now, up until right now, when the Gemara has asked this Bamba question, we've been trying to say that the Mishnah is talking about these two guys are saying two claims. They're saying Ani Mitzasiha ve Kulu Shali, and we had a whole drush about it, and whether we wanted to teach this lesson that you don't acquire simply by citing, and we had all these drushes and everything. Now the Gemara says it throws the whole thing down the drain. And who can argue with it? This question is a Eisen Akasha. Okay. Let's see what the Gemara answers to this. Amar of Papa. Are we still missing that Rashi that's already back in the old Gemara when we were still thinking that it was talking about two cases? I have to see this, what the Gemara is going to answer over here. Let's go weiter. We got 3 minutes. Amar of Papa, and we go to Lu to finish the last 3 minutes. Amar of Papa.
Amar Rav Papa. Rav Papa said, V'itema Rav Simi Bar Ashi. And some say it was Rav Simi Bar Ashi that said it. V'amrei la kedi.
That's his name.
And some say it was Kedi. Reisha b'Metzia. The first part of the Mishnah, which is this one says I found it, refers to the case of a found object. Seifa b'mikach the umimikar. The sefer, the second part, where he says it's all mine, refers to buying and selling. Utsricha. And it was needed.
Okay, we got the whole thing over here. What do we got here? Okay, so we got 1 minute left. So what's the Gemora's answer really? The Gemora is it's not so clear what the Gemora's answer is. We got to read the Rashi.
Gemora is saying that there are two cases. One is where you've got a cloak that you're a talus that two people are claiming just as a talus, and the other one is the other case is two people each claiming something about buying and selling the
Yeah, but that doesn't answer the Gemora's question. The Gemora's question was, it must be two different cases, and they're each one saying two different claims. How does this, what the Gemora says, this one's talking about Metzia, this one's talking about Mecca or Memkar, how does that answer the Gemora's original question? That's what we need the Rashi for.
Okay.
And we got no time.
We'll have to do that tomorrow.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Take
All
care.
the best.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
All the best.
Have a great
See
day.
you, Roy.